couple of medical marijuana patients, and we'd like to know where we can legally smoke marijuana over here.
For the CUMMA guidelines.
Yeah, we have the CUMMA guidelines with us. Here, we can give them a copy. I'm not going to give them that because I need that.
Just tell them these are the guidelines for police.
Yeah, I just want to know where we can get police protection to.
Yeah, tell them we're here at the State House.
Yeah.
4 hours today. We need to know what to do.
Okay, thank you. Yes, we're medical marijuana patients in New Jersey, and we'd like to medicate. Yes, we're card holders, and we'd like to medicate somewhere. We don't want to cause a problem, but we'd like to.
I don't think you can do that in public. Second floor?
Yeah, we have the guidelines, which you can have a copy of these if you like. These are the Attorney General guidelines, and we'd like to medicate legally with some police protection if we could. We're medical marijuana patients. We just want to medicate legally.
Without getting arrested.
And without getting arrested. And we're coming to the police as asking them for help as patients. Huh? How do you want to be a patient? You got to be almost dying. You got to be really sick, man. You really don't want to be a patient.
New Jersey's hard.
That took them by surprise. See, we can't do it in public. See, that was the first answer. We couldn't do it in public. Yeah, well, yeah, we can. Yes, we can.
You know exactly where it says that.
He's probably going to his sergeant or his lieutenant. He's like, what the hell do I do with these guys?
It's going to be a long coffee break today.
But we're coming to them as, you know, this is the right way to do it. This is the right way to do it. I want them to protect us. For 5 minutes, they can keep an eye on us if they want. Whatever they want to do. Okay.
What is the question?
We would like to medicate legally. We'd like to know where we can medicate legally. We'd like some police protection while we medicate.
No, you're not getting police protection.
But we have cards. These cost me $1,600 for this card.
We have 10 cops working on the street. 10 in the whole city.
So you're going to arrest us if we smoke marijuana out here?
You're going to go out front and smoke it?
No.
Well, we don't know where. We're asking where we can smoke. That's what we're asking.
You have a house somewhere?
We have the guidelines here, the Attorney General guideline, which you can have a copy of.
I'm going to read it, but I don't have time to read it right now because I'm a busy person.
Yeah, we're not trying to cause a problem. We just want to know where we can legally medicate because by the law.
Do you have a house in New Jersey?
No, we're here at the State House for an event. So there's going to be a lot of us here, and we just want to not cause a problem. We just want to know.
So you're going to be out at the State House. I saw that on the news this morning, but I wouldn't really smoke weed out there.
What if we have a limousine parked there?
Huh?
If we're in a limousine and the limousine's parked there and we're smoking in the limousine.
And the cop rides by and sees you smoking pot?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're going to get arrested.
So that's what we're trying
That's what we're trying to avoid.
Avoid that.
Right. I mean, these are our cards. We're legal. This cost me $1,600, and we had the same issue in Keansburg. Keansburg said they would arrest us too, and they were like, "Well, what do we have these cards for? Why do we even bother going through all this trouble, spending $500 an ounce on cannabis?" I mean,
just that, living with multiple
and just living with diseases and stuff. I mean, you know, we're sick people.
Our patients.
You got to be half dead to get medical marijuana.
Today that are using marijuana in front of the State House.
Right. And the problem is the police department's never got these guidelines.
No.
They never got
them. I'm going to read it today. Let me see it.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Sure, thank you.
She'll take care of you guys, all right?
Sure, thanks very much.
So you guys have to be legally dying or something like that?
You gotta, yeah. He has MS. I have a spine full of titanium. I mean, I'm a mess.
You have to have serious pain problems. It's not just.
You can't just get it for anything.
What's the irretractable skeletal spasms?
Spasticity.
I just walked in and they were like, "Oh, these guys want to know where to smoke." I was like, "Go to Colorado." But then I see you guys have a medical.
It's hard to say that for me. I got 3 daughters that are in school right now in New Jersey, where I live all my life.
It's a good question. I mean, the cops might, I don't know if you show them that card. You guys have the prescription on you guys?
Well, that card is.
That card is the.
Well,
I have that card without.
Right.
Prescription is just a recommendation to the State Department of Health, and the Department of Health checks with all your doctors.
Right. It's not actually a prescription. It's a recommendation.
Yeah,
it's different.
They check your background.
And who sells it? There's an actual medical marijuana
in Woodbridge.
Down here, it's Egg Harbor.
Egg Harbor down here.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
Yeah, but we go to the Woodbridge Garden State Dispensary. They probably have about a few thousand plants.
And do you have the wheat marijuana in
the container?
Yeah, in the container, the proper container.
What the container says, you don't mind?
Well, it says Garden State Dispensary. It says 14% THCA, it shows all the components that are made of.
Yeah.
It goes pretty thoroughly into it.
Barcoded.
Barcoded.
I mean, if you get a certain company who searches all that and checks you guys out, man, pretty sure you'll be alright, but...
Right.
In other towns, it's not like
we haven't
really
had
know, like, you know, that's something new for these jerseys.
Right, nobody knows. So that's what we're here to try to at least...
See that? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
It looks just like a regular.
But the thing is, if there's an event down there, I'm pretty sure...
There'll be a few 100.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of patients there.
If anything, there's going to be state police.
And the state police, when they can call it right in, because they have the...
they're more than...
They call it right in.
They'll probably be the ones that...
Do you think they're going to arrest people?
That's what you need to ask. Go out there and ask them.
But it's the local police that don't have these guidelines, that are just unaware.
So what the guidelines say about smoking out in public?
We're allowed to smoke in public as long as we're not in a recreational area, in a park, or a school bus.
See, a lot of there's a across the State House. There's an actual veterans monument for World War II, so that's considered. You can get caught up smoking there, and you're like, hey, that's a state park.
But if our concern is about a private limousine parked in the parking of the State House where they have all the regular cars.
Yeah, we actually rented a limo for patients.
If that was there, I don't know if inside the limousine would be considered their property.
In the guidelines, it says you can be in a vehicle that's not operational. Now, when they say the vehicle's not operational, I guess the keys have to be out of it, or...
Make sure you can't be in the driver's seat or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, in that case, the limousine.
The limo's perfect then, yeah.
In the back.
Yeah, that'll work.
It's been an
It's been a very expensive experience.
But we're trying to. I don't want to have this problem when I'm with my 3 kids and
Right.
at Six
Yeah.
Flags.
Yeah, we don't want to have problems. We don't want to get arrested. That's what we're here. We're trying to not.
What time is this?
The State House is what, 11 o'clock?
11
Yeah, it's
to
11
1.
o'clock.
Quick question. Does it help?
100%.
I was on OxyContin for 10 years.
Yeah, I was on
OxyContin,
42.
Roxicodone, Neurontin. I don't take any pills anymore.
Yeah,
0
same
pills,
with
yeah.
me. From
Yeah,
multiple
same here.
sclerosis. And I just use cannabis, eat it, use the creams, smoke it if I can. If I need it in a hurry, smoking works faster than eating.
How's your memory, though?
My memory's good. I can remember stuff from the 70s. That's when I was born. You know, and 80s and 90s and 25. I worked for IBM for a long time. Y2K and 9/11 pretty much put me behind so much stress that I tore my neck in a bad way. That put me unable to work anymore. I'm quadriplegic by the doctor's rules. But, you know, living with MS is difficult. Some days are easier than others. I pretty much have to smoke as soon as I get up, or I can't go to the bathroom because of the pain that I'm in from laying. All the problems are in my neck, and when I lay down, that's where it really triggers it at night when I'm sleeping.
Okay, here's the best advice we can give you. If you're going to be smoking inside of a car, the car cannot be running.
Okay.
Keys can't be in the ignition, and it cannot affect the driver of the vehicle.
Okay.
All right? Now, I have 10 to 12 officers on the street who are not aware of the information that I just gave you. So I cannot promise you that they're not going to put handcuffs on you and bring you back down here.
Right, I understand.
So, you know, this is all new. So,
yes,
you know, we're going to take one day at a time.
Yeah.
Well, we're learning everybody.
Yeah,
And they have to be in mind that State House is state police.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's state police. That has nothing to do
with anyway.
Right, that's a whole nother
thing.
But like my boss said, you know, why would you even take a chance? He says it's supposed to be in the privacy of your own home.
I understand, but
you know what I mean?
We're stuck here for 4 hours.
Yeah, we're kind of stuck
from home. Like, you don't stop doing OxyContin because you're away from home.
Right.
For patients that are on that, I used to do
So how often do you get to smoke pot?
I took OxyContin every 3 hours, so now I smoke cannabis every 3 hours. I took over 200,000 pills in 10 years. I don't take any OxyContin anymore. Neurontin, Valium, Lyrica, I took it all. I take 0 pills now. I took only cannabis.
The needles, the injectables.
Does this medical marijuana give you the munchies like this other stuff?
Yeah, it does.
Well, that's why we're walking. We keep walking.
Yeah, it does.
Well, good luck, fellas.
All right.
So, you know, well, I'm going to read this. My boss wants to read it. One day at a time.
Copy for him because I purposely.
Yeah, you take a couple.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, officer. Appreciate it.
All right.
Have a great day.
Good day. Don't get too stoned.
That's so funny. Thank you.
Thanks.
She told us not to get too stoned.
Don't get too stoned. I wish I could come join you.
Eventually, someday. Wow. That was good stuff. What do you think about that police sergeant today?
That was the best part of my day. It was the best thing a sergeant has ever said to me in my life. Don't get too stoned.
Yeah.
At the very end, after we proved the law to her, she was so much on our side. She actually felt compassion for me, worried about me making it home all right. She said, don't get too stoned. That's amazing when cops care about you like that. What's it going to take to make them all think that way?
I really felt the compassion.
For a moment, it felt good. I almost felt like she was caring about my safety and protecting me from the evilness of Governor Christie's goons.
So she did get copies of the CUMMA guidelines to give out to her people. So I think they're going to have some homework this weekend.
Yeah, and because there was only 12 of them on the street, I had enough copies to give them all one. So let's hope they read their guidelines and get back to her. I might even have a follow-up call with her a week from now.
Study hard, boys.
Study up.
We don't want you touching our balls.
Those are my balls.
No, those are my balls, too.
My balls.
Stay away from my balls.